Hello everyone. Today I read about the WWE Network going live early instead of being on the 19th of this month. So I've signed up and got my free 14 days trial. Um, don't have to pay anything until the 29th of January, so you can try it out for free. See if you like it. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe before you have to pay. It's $9.99 a month. It gives you all of the future monthly pay-per-views. One thing I kind of didn't realise with it until I signed up is that you don't get the Raw or SmackDown shows, up to date ones. So you are gonna only get like here I've got the Raw episodes that are on there. Is the newest one is 1st of December, so they are a few weeks behind. I've been reading some posts online about the Raw and SmackDown, that it's due to contracts with TV channels, etc., and that they will be added to the WWE Network, but they'll be sort of about 4 to 5 weeks behind what they are on Sky Sports. So I was gonna say in this video that if it had been for Raw and SmackDown being also on there and up to date, and maybe being able to watch it live or even within a day or two, this definitely would have been the best option for watching WWE, due to having to have Sky Sports. And unless you have Sky Sports for football as well, if you've only got it just purely just to watch wrestling on, it would have been a lot cheaper with the $9.99, especially as pay-per-views. You do get a few that are free, but the main ones like the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, and that are only on only on Sky Box Office. So it's another £20 just to watch that. So I would have said this is definitely the best way to watch wrestling. But with Raw and SmackDown not being on there as an up-to-date thing, so you're always going to be a few weeks behind, unless you don't really mind. I mean, for me personally, I haven't really been watching wrestling much in the last few years. I started watching wrestling when I was little, so I grew up watching Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Undertaker, and all them lot in the 80s and 90s into the Attitude Era, with WCW, with the NWO stories that were going on, and the DX and everything, and then Stone Cold and The Rock. But then slowly, as these wrestlers started to leave, I kind of slowly stopped watching wrestling, partly due to probably John Cena constantly being shoved upon us as the main face character. But I have been watching it a little bit here and there the last year or so, and there is a lot of promising wrestlers coming through, like Bray Wyatt and Cesaro. There's a few others, can't think off the top of my head right now. Daniel Bryan as well coming back. Brock Lesnar being back on there. Sting as well. So a lot of reasons to watch. So I'm slowly kind of been thinking lately about getting back into watching wrestling more often. And I'll also use this WWE Network to watch all the old sort of 90s sort of WCW NWO stuff and DX, the old sort of episodes, some of the old pay-per-views. If you're only going to get the WWE Network for the present day stuff, I'm not really sure if it's going to be worth your while, because if it'll only have the pay-per-views and you'll have to wait a few weeks to get up to date with Raw and SmackDown, so you'll always be behind by a few weeks. But if you're an sort of older kind of person who's watched wrestling, or just someone who's just got into wrestling and wants to watch a lot of the older episodes and that. This would be quite good for you. The kind of programs they have on there, you've got all the WCW Monday Nitros. You've got this Total Divas stuff. I'm not really sure if that's worth watching. I might try a couple of episodes, see what it's about. You've got like NXT will be on there. I think the NXT stuff is up to date though. It seems, looking at the dates and that, it does seem up to date. It just seems that the programs that are on Sky Sports, like SmackDown and Raw and Main Event, they're always going to be on a sort of a delay by a few weeks. You've got other programs as well, like the Legends House and stuff on there. All the old pay-per-views and everything, all the ECW stuff as well. I never really watched ECW that much. I watched a few episodes of it. Kind of like liked all the hardcore wrestling that was coming into WWE when they started bringing in the hardcore 24/7 belt. So that might be a good thing to go back and watch all of that stuff on there. So there is a lot of programs and a lot of wrestling to watch on there. A lot of WCW, ECW, and WWE stuff from sort of like the early years, sort of like the 90s and stuff, the early Raws and stuff. All the old pay-per-views. So yeah, I mean it's definitely worth joining up for the free 14-day trial. See if you like it. And then if not, just unsubscribe, cancel it, or carry on. But I definitely, if you're a wrestling fan, definitely join up today and try out the 14-day trial. And then it might be worth your while with the free pay-per-views and stuff that are on there, and it'll be half the price of what it is. We're getting it from Sky Box Office. It's just a shame about the Raw and SmackDown. Maybe if it had been maybe only a week behind, then that would have been even better. But it's about four or 5 weeks behind, so it's a bit of a shame. So if you kind of want to watch Raw and SmackDown and see what's going on, then watch the Royal Rumble and all the pay-per-views and stuff, you won't really know kind of what the build-up to the matches are. And you'll be watching it after the pay-per-views have happened, unless you only want to watch the pay-per-views and you're not really all that interested, or you've got Sky Sports and you watch Sky Sports for the football and everything else, and you watch Raw and SmackDown on there, and then instead of getting Sky Box Office for the months where the pay-per-views will be on there, you could maybe get the WWE Network for that month for $9.99, watch the Royal Rumble, then cancel, then get it back again for when WrestleMania comes around, then same again for SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and just keep doing it like that, I guess, and at least it'll be half the price of what Sky Box Office is. I've only tried this out on my laptop at the moment. I know you can use this on Android and iOS devices right now. I'm going to download it when it's available on my PS4 as well, and try it out on there and see how it works on there. The layout's pretty nice. It gets a little bit confusing once you get into like the schedule and shows and in-ring and stuff like that. It's when you go to, if you click on the WWE Network bit at the top there, that seems to be sort of the best part, because you can scroll down from there and see the shows and pay-per-views and everything, and then scroll along, and it has got a search bar along the top, so if you do know what you actually want to watch, it'd be pretty easy, and the quality is really good, and there's no lag. It loads, and I watched part of the Diva thing that's on the schedule thing there, that's live, or you can just watch it back at any time, and there was no buffering or anything like that. It was perfect. So yeah, that's my first impressions of the WWE Network so far. It's definitely worth the free trial. I'm not sure about after that $9.99. I'm gonna obviously try it out quite a bit over the next 14 days and see how it goes. Just only downfall of it at the moment is the SmackDown and Raw episodes not being up to date or live on there. I probably should have expected they wouldn't be live on there, because then it kind of would stop people from watching Sky Sports or whatever network it's on now in the US and that. So, but I would have thought it'd be on there like within a day or two, or maybe within a week, but I didn't think it would be that far behind. But it's definitely good for old wrestling fans who used to watch wrestling in the 90s, early 2000s, and want to go back and watch old pay-per-views and episodes. So yeah, that's my first impressions. Thanks for watching.